Hello, welcome the fuck back to Sad Boy Hours.
What terrifying confession has someone told you while drunk? Night before his wedding day. I'm still in love with Christina, but I'm still gonna marry Christina tomorrow, because it's too late now. Let's wait until we have children and a house to fuck up Christina's life. Once at a college party, this big guy got upset, picked up the table and threw it across the room, shouting my uncle molested me. Everyone was terrified, but we all felt really bad for the guy. Damn. Fingers crossed somebody that helped him into therapy. That statement will stop a party dead in its tracks, and honestly for his sake it's good that it did. Yeah, it was heartbreaking when he started to break down and cry after realizing what had just happened. Needless to say, the party was over. Next party. Dude, let's not invite Joe this time. But seriously, I hope that the moment was cathartic for him, and now that it was out there that he was then able to talk about it and find closure and justice. I think it might have been cathartic for him, because he was talking about it more calmly afterwards. As for seeking justice, I really don't know. I heard my mom tell her friend I was a mistake and the reason her and my dad divorced. That's why you don't eavesdrop. After my mom died I was going through her email. We never had a good relationship. Pretty much ever. Anyways, I went in her Gmail and just did a search for my name. Found a part where she told my aunt how much she didn't like me and wishes I would just go away. It wasn't the least bit surprising, and I've said the same thing about her, but it still stung a bit. The thing we always fought about was her drinking. She was a chronic abusive alcoholic. Alcoholics rarely give a shit about anyone but themselves. Everyone is just a barrier to drinking more. It's a horrible place to be and a worse place to witness. Sadly I know whereof I speak. Hope you're doing okay. I have a friend whose grandmother married her late husband's friend. One day while drunk he confessed to killing her first husband. She packed up the kids and left. Did she report him? Did he kill the first husband to get her for himself? Or did he marry her out of guilt? I have questions. I think the second killed the first to get with his wife. I just asked my buddy if she ever went to the police. They assume that she did call the police. At a family gathering my grandma got tipsy and started to tell stories from her childhood. While she does this every time no matter how tipsy or sober. Guess it's just a normal grandma thing. This time it took a dark turn. She told us a story that is the reason she hates to go to the dentist and particularly hates the drilling part. She told us a story about when she was 6 years old. During World War II my family lived in Hamburg, Germany, right next to the harbor. During a particular week in 1943 the city was continuously bombed and over 35,000 people died and more than 100,000 people were injured. The houses that were hit mostly burned down, creating a huge fire with such force that I sucked not only oxygen in, creating strong winds, but also people. The fire created such heat that people running out of their burning houses got stuck in the molten asphalt on the streets and burned to death. As it was all happening around her, that particular smell was present for over a week in her part of the city. Drilling in your tooth creates exactly that smell. My grandma had to stop the dentist, as she recognized the smell immediately. This story shook us to the core, as it came out of the blue. It still sends chills down my spine. For anybody who wants to read more about it, Operation Gomorrah. My story can't compare with yours in significance, and it has nothing to do with drinking. But, my mother always hated driving over a particular bridge, one that had a metal mesh as the roadbed. The sound the tires make is very particular. We used to tease her about it for years. One day she had enough, and told us why. When she was away in World War II, she went out to party with some sailors. One of them had a car with running boards, and one more sailor wanted to come along. One the other guys didn't like. They told him to ride on the running board and hang on. When they went over a bridge with a similar roadbed, they hit the gas, and the extra sailor fell off and was run over. She was still carrying the guilt 40 years later. Went on a work trip and my co-worker, a major stone-faced bland woman, got pretty drunk. Ended up telling me she discovered her dad's body when he hung himself. Needless to say I realized why she was the way she was after that. After a work party the wife of a colleague and I ended up being the last two people standing. We were both fairly drunk when she started telling me about how she was raped by a priest when she was a kid. The church covered it all up and the bastard never faced any charges.
Hey, what's up sad boy crew? Okay, PJ here. Thanks for watching the video. If it made you feel anything in your cold, calloused heart, remember to leave a like, subscribe for more videos like this and some happier ones every single day, and I'll see you tomorrow.